There is a legend that far away beyond the Himalayas lies a secret valley, a hidden kingdom of Shambhala. Here the people live in peace and harmony. Said to be the birthplace of Kalki Avatar, it reminiscences heaven on earth and one day save humanity from the impending doom. In the 1930s, James Hilton's novel Lost Horizon was a fictional story set in Shangri-La, a tale of a lost valley where humanity was preserved from self-destruction. Struck a chord in the pessimistic times between the two world wars. This story had its roots in an ancient Indian legend. In the 16th century, Agra was the capital of the Mughal Empire in India. Akbar was fascinated by the ancient myths of Hinduism. He sent an expedition to find the source of the sacred river Ganges, which legends say fell from heaven. When the expedition returned, they narrated fascinating tales of a kingdom beyond the Himalayas. His Christian guests were astonished to hear about such a kingdom. To them, it was nothing short of a lost world. Ever since, a stream of Westerners, driven by the legend, tried to find the magic kingdom. Those days, there were three ways to go: east way through Sikkim, west through Ladakh, or straight on through the highest and most terrible peaks on earth. At that time, in the capital of Portuguese India, Goa, Jesuit Antonio de Andrade chose this route. He is known as the first ever European to have crossed the Himalayas. He first went to Badrinath and thereon to Manna Pass, from where he entered Tibet. In 1808, a British expedition to find the source of the Ganges turned back as the locals told them that beyond the peaks there was a city built by the gods, but warned them to go further only if they wished to be turned to stone. So what really is in Shambhala, and what is Shambhala exactly? Shambhala's name has Sanskrit roots, which means place of happiness. Sham meaning happiness, Bhu meaning earth, Ala meaning abode from Alaya. It is also known as Aryavarta, or the land of the worthy ones. In Sanatana Dharma, it is also known as Siddhashram or Gyanganj. Siddhashram has been mentioned in Rig Veda, and Mahabharata also mention of it. Shambhala is a place believed by four religions. It is called Sitian by the Chinese, Belovodye by the Russian Old Believers. Tibetan Buddhists and ancient Tibetan Zangzung followers call it Dejung. The followers of Bon call it All Molung Ring. Western authors have also described this place as the land of thousand names, the forbidden land, the land of white waters, land of radiant spirits, land of wonders, land of living gods, land of living fire. The Buddhist myth of Shambhala is an adaptation of earlier Hindu myths. However, Shambhala is first discussed extensively in the Kal Chakra, a sacred scripture of Tibetan Buddhism. Shambhala is depicted as a circular kingdom encircled by high snow mountains. It is divided in 8 portions, each divided by a smaller range of mountains. There are 96 princely states and thousands of cities. In the center is the capital Kalapa, meaning that which holds single parts together. To its east is Mansa Lake, and to the west is the White Lotus Lake. In between these two, in the south, is Sandalwood Park, and exactly in its center is the Kalachakra Mandala. These four are each 12 yojanas across, that is nearly 144 to 180 kilometers. It is also believed that the Kalpavriksha or tree of life is here. In the center of Kalapa is a 9-storied palace built with precious stones. Some believe it is a crystal mountain. Through the skylights on the palace, they observe the planets and stars, or alien life. Tibetan Buddhists believe that Chintamani, believed to have fallen from the sky, is now in Shambhala, but Hindu mythology says it is under the possession of the Nagas. Chintamani is a wish-fulfilling gem that Hitler is said to have been after to become the most powerful ruler. Shambhala is ruled by the kings of the dynasty Kulika or Kalki, meaning unifier of the castes or kulas. The first ever Dharma king, Suchandra, is said to have requested Shakyamuni Buddha to teach the Kalachakra Tantra. By practicing it, the whole of Shambhala eventually became an enlightened society. King Suchandra was followed by an additional 6 Dharmarajas who were then succeeded by the Kalki kings. Manjushri Yashas was the first of the Kalki kings. The 25th and the last king would be Rudrachakran or Kalki, who would restore peace, bringing forth the Golden Age. He is believed to be the 10th and final avatar of Lord Vishnu, the Preserver. It is also believed that the immortal deity, Lord Hanuman, is also in Shambhala meditating. Shambhala's environment is said to be extremely pleasant and aromatic of sandalwood. The flora and fauna there are also exotic. The people are very beautiful and live on forever. They communicate by telepathy and are scientifically very advanced. People have found it impossible to pinpoint this beautiful place on the map, while Tibetans believe it to be beyond the Himalayas. According to Zangzung ancient text, Shambhala is identical to Sutlej Valley in Himachal Pradesh, India. Russian theosophist Nikolai Redik believes it to be between Tibet and Mongolia, while Mongolians identify it with certain valleys of southern Siberia. Some believe it is Kashmir and some in the mountainous regions of Eurasia. Dr. Edwin Birnbaum, author of The Way to Shambhala, mentions that it is a physical place on earth, but it is also spiritual and supernatural, existing within 4th and 5th dimensions. If we can access our chakras, we can step into other dimensions. The highest energy source on the planet is Himalayas. Since Shambhala is a multi-dimensional kingdom, people activating their chakras and stepping into another dimension can see Shambhala. Therefore, it is believed to be in the Himalayas, but the truth is, it is in the mind.